Well, a whole bunch of stuff. We are very excited about the possibilities that agents give us for increasing the accuracy of document-based workflows. So we have pivoted heavily into document-based workflows. So when people have tons of unstructured data and they need to process that, either they need to do document Q&A, or they want to do structured data extraction, or they want to integrate it into existing software flows, our agents can do all of that. I think we're very excited about inter-agent communication via MCP. We are getting a ton of inbound interest about that right now. So we have built one-liners to be both an MCP client, so we can call other MCP servers as tools, but also we can be an MCP server. So if you build an agent, you can turn it into an MCP tool that other people can use. And this is really cool. Creating an ecosystem where agents can call other agents and coordinate and negotiate and collaborate, we think is a really interesting direction for the industry to go. I mean, evaluations are core to building any kind of reliable agent. You need to be able to know that what you've done is working. You need to know that every change that you make is not causing a regression. So a reliable evaluation platform is absolutely essential. I think it goes back to what we were just saying. In a world of inter-agent communication, you need to have a way of evaluating and observing how not just your agent is working, but how it is interacting with other agents in the ecosystem and what they're doing. So telemetry and observability around that is going to be really interesting and is really a new frontier. The number one metric is accuracy. People are not satisfied with 95% accuracy. It has to be 99.99. Because you just don't want hallucinations when it comes to financial data or health data. I think my number one AI hot take is that LLMs are good at turning lots of text into less text, and any use case where you're trying to take a small amount of text and turn it into more is going to fail. So I think that excludes a whole bunch of use cases that people are trying right now that I just think are not going to work out for them. I think it's inherent to the way LLMs work. I think the boundaries of the problem space for turning lots of text into less text are enormous. There's a whole bunch of incredible stuff that can be done in that space. And if we focus on that space, then we will be focusing on the area where we can provide real value as opposed to hype. Well, the LlamaIndex agent stack we think is great. We think our workflows constructs providing an event-based way of marrying deterministic structure with the autonomy of an agent is a really great way of balancing determinism with autonomy. Well, obviously, we would love to see more working with Galileo. We are friends to all in the ecosystem. We try to be vendor agnostic. We are excited to see what Galileo comes up with in the observability space and improving reliability. I think it's absolutely essential, like I said, to have a solid foundation of evaluation on which to base changes that you're making. So working with partners like Galileo is absolutely essential to how the space is going to evolve. I think MCP has got an enormous amount of grassroots adoption. And as we all know, attention is all you need. Yeah. So I think MCP is going to snowball further with further adoption and add the features that it's currently missing and become a really powerful part of the ecosystem. I think fundamentally what we're beginning to see with MCP is what does Agentic UI look like? And what it looks like is you've got a client, you know what it looks like, you're trying to get stuff done, you're not going to a third-party piece of software, you are integrating that functionality directly into the software that you are already using, which is a very different way of using software and platforms have to think very differently about how they integrate and what services they provide. There's a fascinating protocol. So I gave a talk at MCP Summit a couple weeks ago about comparing all the inter-agent protocols, so MCP versus A2A versus ACP. And I discovered this protocol called Agora, which it's pretty much in the idea stage, but one of the concepts that it brings to the table is the idea of a protocol that can upgrade itself. So it starts as natural language requests going back and forth, and either participant can respond with a protocol document saying, we seem to be solving this particular problem right now. How about we upgrade to a protocol that looks like this and conduct all of our further exchanges that way to increase our efficiency and reduce ambiguity, which is a fascinating concept and extremely LLM native, Like there's no way an API could say, let's upgrade to a different API, but for an LLM, that's the most natural thing in the world to do. The best way is to get a good handle on your existing manual workflows. Like you need to understand yourself to be able to model your processes. And that is a thing that we find a lot of companies struggle with. Like they're just like, our processes, we gave it to TED. And who knows what TED does? But being specific about like, these are the steps that need to happen. This step is optional. This step goes back for feedback, all of that stuff, turning those squishy processes into something more deterministic is absolutely the first step. There has been for a long time a feeling of frustration in the developer community that we are reinventing wheels over and over. And people have been trying to solve that problem with like modularity and frameworks and stuff like that. And this is the first time we've seen the technology come in and say, I am going to take care of your boilerplate, not by adding yet more complexity, but instead just taking care of it for you, which is a really powerful idea.